conversation. Ooh, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears.
Set to kick off.
Two teams fighting for one berth in Super Bowl 55 in Tampa. Let's do it. It's NFC Championship time. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Off of play action, Darnold. Reception here by Ruggs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And his first look is incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Gain of 11.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsay. Levante David in on the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Darnold from the gun. He'll find Lindsay here. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
He's got his tight end fan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
The 47-yard line.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the 50, it's Darnold. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
On the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Mostert, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Down.
Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through one tackle. Gosh, he winds up getting 8 there.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Darnold. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
That's good.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind. And this time, they get it to him the more conventional way. And it's much more successful as well.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
the play. 2nd and 10 at the 10-yard line.
On 2nd down, Darnold into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return, a very good field position. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Bears' 17-yard line.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
The tackle made by Harold.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Ebron caught left side. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. And Bullock will put this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes. But the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
He'll let this go deep for runs. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Hayward drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Davis now to return it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Wait, 10, 20. Switch up. 57.
Tackle made by Marcus Golden.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
gun. It's Brady. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From midfield, here's Brady. He's going to air one out for this is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. Robbie Anderson.
New Orleans.
50 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And the drive starts with a completion left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. There's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Chicago. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taken from just outside the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bears take over.
1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
On the carry.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
28-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He's got his big tight end, Fant, and he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Zach Cunningham. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Two minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports Halftime Report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Henry Ruggs, 52 yards, and the Bears have cut it to within a score. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts,
Gain of 10.
as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Wait, set. Alabama, 380. Exit, exit. 56, Mike, 56.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 47.
Shotgun now for Brady. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Darnold. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
He was defended by Julian Blackman.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
They'll try the draw. Lindsey. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
7-yard line.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. John Ross, the one he was looking for, and it'll bring up third down.
And 8 yards to go.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Wait, set. Wait, 20. Check 53.
Freeman again. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 44. That one a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A handoff running left is Mostert. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Brady, that's complete to John Ross. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
A gain of 4.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Wait, set.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 22. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Pick up on the play, and it's third down.
Wait, set.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
Ryan Connolly.
Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
And the Saints first down.
Wait, set. 29. Alpha.
They'll run on first down. Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
We're in the third quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. Now Mostert. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
The ball carrier.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Got a man open. It's Ross. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now this is good for a first down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run here with Freeman. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do it.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Devontae Freeman taking it in. And the Saints have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Marlon Humphrey.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Brandon McManus.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. It oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Mostert. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Mostert, the ball.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Brady. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to the running game with Mostert. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
He was brought down by...
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
21-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Brady going to throw. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Third and goal here, a big play brewing in this NFC title game. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have moved out in front. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They need a touchdown to tie it. Of course, they know full well they won't have too many more possessions, if any, in this championship game. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brought down at the 30.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Darnold. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Darnold now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that may do it for this NFC title game. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down right
now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts
on the play
as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
7-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Again, they'll run with Freeman. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40 and down to the 28-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
And the Saints first down.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
They said beginning of the year, they set a lofty goal, Charles, of getting to the Super Bowl. They fell one step short of that.
Oh, and that's going to hurt for a long time. That's going to be a big one for the offseason. Their goal now has to be not to wallow in it, but to use it as fuel for next year. Better offseason conditioning, great OTAs and minicamp. You know as well as I do, they'll have T-shirts in their lockers that say, unfinished business. They want to get back there and next time win it.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.